It's October 31st, Halloween, and unfortunately it is time to start harvesting the reapers. I've got a bunch of reaper plants that I've had on wagons, dollies that I take in and out of the greenhouse, and I said I wanted to make it to November 1st, which we did, and I've got probably another week before it looks like it's dipping down again. But there is a lot of reapers on this plant, so I just wanted to bring you along and show you so we can kind of see and you can see what to expect when you grow a super hot pepper. Come down here and enjoy the view with me, because when you get under the canopy of a reaper or a super hot of any kind really, but for this case the Carolina reaper, the view is spectacular. It's amazing how many fruits are under there. But I still have my Dorset Naga Challenge plants, Julian and Ricky, in the greenhouse, and they need their room, and I'm gonna let them go as long as I possibly can. They are huge and they are loaded with peppers, but I gotta start making room on the wagons for moving like kale and that kind of stuff for the chickens in and out of the greenhouse. So unfortunately, at some point you have to make the decision to pull the peppers, and I just wanted you to come along and see. So it won't be a very long video. I'm not going to make you watch me pull each one. But before I start, how many do you think I'm going to get off of this plant? I'll give you just a second to answer in the comments before we go on. It's hard for me to tell. I don't know how many. All right, I guess let's get started. We still have a lot that are red, but they're not the deep red yet. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that yet. I might leave those and then leave the plants outside, since last night was 38, but I think we go up for at least 4 or 5 days every day. I found that it's a lot easier when they're in pots just to go around, snip them, and let them fall. So I took 140 peppers off of this plant, and we left some up there to ripen. I'll keep it up on the table and just see how long it lives. 140 peppers off of one little stocky plant like this in a 15-gallon pot. So that just goes to show you that anybody can grow a ton of reapers. What's the average person going to do with 140 Carolina reapers? These are actually the smallest reaper plants that I've grown in a 15-gallon pot. Normally in a 15-gallon pot, they get up to like 4 to 5 feet tall, and in the ground they've stayed real bushy for me. But these stayed short, squatty, and 140 Carolina reapers. So if you've got a spot that you can put a 15-gallon pot, you can grow a lifetime worth of reapers for personal use. Okay, I'm not gonna make you watch it, but I'm gonna flip-flop them and pick the second one. Make your guess now. How many do you think will be on that one? More or less than the first one? I gotta tell you, 15-gallon pots get pretty heavy lifting them up on this table, but it's so much better to harvest from a standing position when you can reach all around the plant than it is when these things are on the ground. Trust me, give it a try. What do you think? More or less? I will say that this one had more that I left on it. I count 85, quite a bit less than the other one. But like I said, there are a lot more under this one than I left on this one. And we did get some pretty big pods on some of them. Take a look at the size of that one. What would you do with this many Carolina reapers? Now this is just 2 plants. I've got 2 more big ones like this in the greenhouse, 2 primatalis, and 2 giant Dorset Nagas that we still have to harvest this season. But I'm going to ease into those a little bit, and I'm waiting the longest on the Dorset Naga. And it is worth noting that this year, I guess I did kind of screw up. I pushed out my planting date a lot farther than I normally do, because I was busy and it takes up a lot of time starting all these things in the tent and keeping them going for months. So I didn't plant these until April 1st, and I really paid the toll. It took a really long time for these to ripen, and I had to baby them here at the end of the season instead of at the beginning. So if I have to make a decision next year, I'm going to plant them early, baby them in the beginning, and then get them earlier. These birds are just having a heyday up here. If you haven't done it, I definitely recommend growing the Carolina Reaper. It's a super fun plant to grow, I like that you trim it kind of like a bonsai tree. You can trim from underneath and make it like a palm tree to make it easier to just pull all the fruits off the bottom, or you can let it grow all natural and just see how big you can get it. But it's a ton of fun and you'll really enjoy it, so I highly recommend it. Remember, you don't have to be a prepper to be prepared. I'll see you on the next one.